Okay, so what we did is we had to do a class assessment for the town of Millinocket. So we went up there, we passed around a survey, we gathered data from the Census Bureau, trying to find like a problem that we could potentially fix or a weakness we could help with. We found that the high school graduation rate was 84.1% versus the state, which is 90. So we decided, maybe we can influence this graduation rate and bring it up a little bit because it's relatively low compared to the state. So we went during the lunch hours of the high school students and the middle school students at Stearns High School, and we passed out this packet about stress management, financial aid, reasons to go to college to kind of help them realize I can do it, because old rural Milltown, Maine, money issue is a big deal. So we passed out these packets, we passed out prizes to kind of give incentive. And then with the high school kids, they didn't really approach us, so we actually had to turn around and go towards them. So we passed out the packets to them. We talked a little bit with them, asked them, do you want to go to college? What do you want to major in? How are you going to do this? And we got a lot of positive feedback. A lot of them were like, I want to go be a vet, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a doctor. So we're hoping that our material is going to help them reach that goal and to help our goal go up to, even if it's 85% graduation rate. Just, from what we did, that would be really helpful. And we had Emily here. She's actually from the area, so able to relate.
Yeah, say even coming from a small town like this and not having jobs and your family's worked in the mill, that it is possible to go to college and be able to pay for it and get a good education and get a decent job after the fact. So I wanted to really bring that message home for them.
Yeah, because we found studies that show if you continue education, you're going to have a better health outcome. So we had to tie that into. So that's what we did. We went to promote college and really try to at least plant that seed that I'm going to go to college and this is how I'm going to do it. It's really neat. I mean, we felt kind of out of place because everyone has these lab data and we're just like, oh, we just, went to a town and did this. But I think it'll kind of help people see what we do, because we're nursing students, we do different things, and see that, we're reaching out to people and we're trying to promote a positive message. I don't know, I think Cougar went later in the day, probably more people see us, they'll see what we did, and maybe they know someone in Millinocket too, so maybe they'll be like, oh yeah, these students did this there, so hopefully it'll spread the message.
And that, not all research is in a lab.
Yeah.
Down and dirty research, it can be going and seeing people and looking at statistics online and things like that.
That's really great.